Hi, everybody. Here is an answer to one of your most burning questions. One that came up several times was about increased difficult behaviors in the classroom. Sometimes people, or some of the answers people said, is it because of COVID? Is it because I'm exhausted? Is it because my family's stressed out? Yes, to all of that. But regardless of what the reason is, let's talk about what's happening for the child in your classroom today and what you can do. Here is my first of many. I have lots of them, but the golden nugget that you can take and put into action right away. And it's about building that relationship with the individual child. Joanne Nordling, who wrote the book Caring Discipline, calls it positive attention at neutral times. And it's exactly that. So during times when children are in kind of a neutral zone, they're not doing something to necessarily please us or to displease us. But during those moments of in between, maybe they're putting some work back on the shelf, or they're finished with snack and they're pushing their chair in to decide what they're going to do next. When we can make eye contact or connect with that child in some way, and brief and nonverbal is really the best here, do that. Make that connection. So whatever that method of connection is for you, I tend to be a winker, so something small, nonverbal, and brief, and let's add authentic to that too, will help build connection with that child. When that child feels more connected to you, the more responsive they will be to you, and the more they will want to do well. Children will do well if they can, right? Let's, tip of the hat to Ross Greene and the idea of lagging skills and unmet needs, right? That's a conversation for another time. But for today, let's practice the idea of sharing and giving positive attention during those times that are neutral, right? So connecting with that child again and again. So if you notice that there's a child with increased difficult behavior, the first thing you could do is make a connection. True, brief, nonverbal is best, right? So if we can make eye contact and give them a wink or an eyebrow raise or a little shoulder dance or a genuine smile that shows in our eyes. Of course, we've got masks on, so they can't see very much, but they could see our eyes and they can tell when we are genuinely reaching out to connect with them. Right? So if you have some children who are increasing the frequency of their difficult behavior, let's work on building that relationship first, right? So if that's happening, give yourself a goal like, okay, maybe I'll do 10 positive connections before lunch. 10. Count them. If you need beads on a necklace to help you count, okay, there's 1, there's 2, or a sticky note that you've got somewhere to help you count, right? That time that you connect. Remind the other adults that are in the classroom, the other adults who have time with that child, the other important people who are around that child to increase the amount of time that they have a positive connection during a neutral time. That's the key, right? The key is during a neutral time, not when they're doing something that makes us really happy or that makes us really upset, but it's the in-between times when they're just existing, right? Toni Morrison said that, do your eyes light up when your child or anybody else's child enters the room? That's what we're looking for. That's what they're looking for too. So if at all possible, you can light up when you see them during those neutral times, powerful, powerful tool. It's a great place to get started, and we could talk more about the specific difficult behaviors and the specific corrections for those difficult behaviors another time. That's another long story. So, hope that helps.